Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my live stream. This is Coco Chef Francis live on YouTube. So today I'll be making cheesy bread, cheese bread roll. That's what I'll be making today, and promise me, it's gonna be very interesting. Now, uh, I'll be saying hello to my friends all over the world. My Romanian friends, Bunaziwa, you know, my friends from the UK, from the US, Canada, Australia, Japan, the Netherlands, South Korea, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, watching me all over the world. Uh, this is Coco Chef Francis live on YouTube, making it real on YouTube. So yesterday I made uh, sanding bread, and 2 days ago I made milk bread. So this is my 15th live stream. So I've made cookies, I've made shortbread, I made you know biscuit, I made general sponge cake. So I made different kind of cakes, But today I'll be making the cheesy bread roll. I'll be using cheddar cheese. You can use your Parmesan cheese if you want to. So, but today I'll be using uh, you know, the grated cheddar cheese. I'm gonna use the one with less fat. So, I'll, let's get started now. So, I'll get my ingredients. I need flour. First of all, I'd like to say Merry Christmas to my viewers, and Happy New Year in advance. This the Christmas season. You can see me with my Christmas hat. I'm ready for Christmas. So I wish you all Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. So let's get started now. So I'll get my flour. I need flour. So I'll be using the plain white flour, and I need milk as well. I need olive oil. So I'll get my olive oil. I need olive oil. Yeah, I'll be using olive oil. Yeah. Uh, I need a pinch of sea salt. I love sea salt, but you can use the table salt if you want to. But I'll be using sea salt, and I need nutmeg. I need vanilla flavor. So I'll get my vanilla flavor and my nutmeg. That's my nutmeg. Vanilla flavor. Yeah, I'll be right back, my friend. Just a second, please. Thank you. I'm back, my friends. I need sugar. So I'll be using caster sugar. I'm using the brown sugar. Yeah, but I don't need the white one. You can use the white one if you want to, but I love using the brown one, the unrefined brown sugar. So of course I need my sugar, I need nutmeg, I need vanilla flavor, I need flour, I need salt, I need olive oil, and of course I need my grated cheddar cheese and milk. But I'll leave that for now, and I need some water. I need warm water, 400 milliliters or 400 grams. So I'll put that on the hob to boil away. Yeah, I'll do that now. So I'll turn on my hob. So while my water is boiling away, I'll weigh my ingredient now. I'll weigh my flour. So of course I need my bowl. I'll be weighing my flour with that one, and I need the bigger bowl. Yeah, I need that one. So I need yeast as well. I'll be using 1 tablespoon of yeast. I need yeast. So my friends, if you are just joining this live stream, I said my name is Francis and this is Cook with Chef Francis live on YouTube, making it real on YouTube. And today I'll be making the cheesy bread roll. You know, the cheesy bread roll is like the baby bread, like a buns. So I'll be doing that one, and I'll put my grated cheddar cheese on that. Well, you could use Parmesan cheese or your favorite cheese. So I'll show you the method and how I go about it. And I said, if you watch my previous live streams, I already made milk bread, I made chocolate genoa, I made focaccia bread, I made shea butter, uh, cookies, shortbread, lots of live streams. And if you check my playlist, you're gonna see the live stream on the playlist. So today I'll be making the cheesy bread. So I'll get started now. I'm gonna weigh my flour, and I'm gonna uh, get my warm water. I need 400 milliliters of warm water. So before we get started, I'm gonna tell you the recipes I'll be using, the ingredients for this lovely and gorgeous, uh, cheesy bread roll, or cheese bread roll, or cheese buns, whatever name you want to call it. But this is gonna be absolutely sensational. So I'm gonna get started now, and I'm gonna weigh my ingredient. So basically, we need to weigh our ingredient. I need to weigh my flour. So I need 500 grams of plain white flour. You could use a strong white bread flour if you want to, but I'm weighing my flour now. You just need 500 grams of white flour. It could be your plain white flour, so or your strong white bread flour. That's 500. I need 500. Yeah. I'm gonna take off some of those. Yeah, that's 500. So I'll set that aside. Yeah. 500. That's 500. I'll set it aside. Now, yeah, I'm gonna clean that. I don't need my flour anymore, so I'll put it away. My scale, I beg your pardon, I don't need my scale anymore, so I'll put that away. I'm done with that. Straight into my cupboard. Yeah, now my friends, I'm gonna use my warm water now. I need my warm water. That's warming off. Now my friends, this is my warm water. So I need just 400 milliliters of warm water. So I'm gonna pop 400 milliliters of water right here. Let me see. That should be about 400. Yeah, it got a calibration there. That's Can you see my friends? So that one is but I could use my scale to weigh it if I want to. So that's 400. So I'll set it aside. That's 400. I'll set it aside. Now I will add my warm water straight into the bowl, and of course I'm gonna add my yeast. I need just 1 tablespoon of yeast. That's a tablespoon. Just cup a little there. In there. That one was not up to 1 tablespoon, so I just need a little bit of that to make it 1 tablespoon. Now, my friends, this is my yeast. So, if you watched my video yesterday, and the one of sanding bread and, milk bread, I'm using the same method. Like, you need to activate your yeast. You want your yeast to ferment. So that's what I'm doing now. I want my yeast to ferment. So I need to stir it. This is the first stage whenever you're making bread. I want to activate my yeast. So I need to put my yeast into warm water and keep stirring. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So I did that yesterday for my sanding bread. If you check out my live stream on how I make sanding bread, if you check my playlist, you're gonna see it, or my newly upload, you're gonna see sanding bread. So it's the same method. And the same with the milk bread. This is what I did. So I'm gonna activate my yeast. I want it to ferment. So I'm gonna keep stirring into the warm water. So I'm using 400 milliliters of warm water and 1 tablespoon of yeast. So now I'll keep doing that, and you see I'm gonna show you that you got some bubbles right in there. Look at the bubbles. So the bubbles is out there. Now the yeast is ready to be used. I'm gonna add a little bit of flour. I'm using 500 grams of flour, so I'm gonna add about 200 grams of flour straight into the bowl. Then I'm gonna keep stirring that. So there are 3 stages. So let me just finish stirring. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. So now I'll keep stirring that. Can you see, my friends? I want it nice and smooth. So I'll keep doing that, my friends. Now I'll keep doing that, and I'm going to explain what I'm talking about, what I really mean. Now I have my flour mixture right in there. So you can see it's smooth now. Now I'm gonna set it aside. I'll set it aside now. I'll get my timer and I'm gonna put that for 9 minutes. You can do it from 8 to 10 minutes, it's up to you. So start 9 minutes. So I'll leave that to proof to double in size. So now just give me a second, please. I'll be right back. Thank you. Yeah, my friends, I'm back now. So I said uh, today I'll be making the cheese bread rolls or cheese bread rolls, and I'll be using the basic ingredient I use in making bread. But if you check my other types of bread I made, you'll see there's a little bit difference, like the one of focaccia, ciabatta. You do the folding in, stretching and folding method. But on this one, I'm using the normal method. I use it making the milk bread, the chocolate bread, the white bread, the honey bread. I made honey bread. I make different kind of bread. Check out my bread section. You're gonna see different type of bread I made. I made seeded bread. You know what I mean? Like variety of bread. Now I'm making the cheesy bread roll. So I already mixed my flour and my yeast right into this bowl. So I'm gonna tell you the recipes now, you know, uh, that I'm gonna be using for this lovely bread. Now the recipes, what we need, we need 500 grams of strong white bread flour, or you could use 500 grams of plain white flour. That's the first ingredient. The second one, you need 1 tablespoon of dry yeast. You could use your fresh yeast if you want to. That's alright. And we also need a little bit of olive oil, about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We need 1 tablespoon of nutmeg, ground nutmeg. Your nutmeg adds flavor and is spicy. We also need vanilla extract, or you could use the vanilla extract from the vanilla pod bean. You could use that if you want to, or you could use the flavoring one. So I'm using the flavoring one, the vanilla. It's going to add flavor to my bread. So I'll be using the flavoring one, 1 teaspoon. That's alright. And I'll be adding 3 tablespoons of sugar. That's the brown unrefined sugar is what I'm going to be using today. You could use a white sugar if you want to, but I always make healthy meals. I make bread that are healthy, and I make baked food that are healthy. So I normally use caster sugar, the unrefined. I beg your pardon. I always use the unrefined brown sugar because they are healthy. They are natural from cane sugar, and I also use my flour. Flour healthy. It doesn't really matter if it's the wheat flour or the whole wheat flour or the normal white flour. So I'm also going to be using I already added it already. It's already there. That's 400 milliliters of warm water. You could use it's called 400 mils or 400 milliliters, or you could say it is 400 grams. That's all right. So basically, when you're making bread, you need 3 stages. Actually, you need 4 stages. The last stage is the baking method. So the first stage, I've done that, and this is the first proving, and it's called fermentation. You want the yeast to be activated to rise, to double inside with the flour. So that's the first stage in bread making. You want the yeast to be fermented to get activated. So that's what I've just done now. So that's it. So I'll set that aside, and I'm still waiting. I have 2 minutes more for me to add the rest of my ingredients into this lovely fermented flour. Yeast, you can see is already fermenting and growing and doubling in size. It's proving already. So the right culinary term for it is proven. It's called proven. That's fermentation, like rising and doubling in size. So now I'll be adding the rest of my ingredients into this wonderful fermented yeast and flour. So I'm gonna, I always tell my viewers, we need to be careful when we're making bread. You do not put salt right in there now. If you add salt, the salt is gonna prevent the yeast from growing. And we want our yeast to grow. We want it to double in size, so we need to like allow it to keep growing. So we don't want any chemical agent to disrupt its growth, because if any chemical agent disrupt its growth, you know what I mean, like it's gonna die. And of course, when the yeast dies, it's not gonna grow. So I don't put salt now. I leave salt and sugar, later on. So I'll be putting all that stuff that the yeast need. Of course, you need this flour to keep growing. So I got my flour. Right in here, and my yeast mixture. So I'm gonna add uh, the rest of the flour first. Then I'm not gonna put everything, but I'll be putting about 200 grams again. Then I'll leave 100 grams at the end. So while the flour is already growing with the yeast, then it's safe to put the spices, the olive oil and all that. So I'm gonna get started now. I'll continue from where I stopped. Now I got my I have my flour mixture right in here. So what next am I gonna do now? I'm gonna add the rest of my flour straight into my fermented yeast. It looks absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? So I'll keep saying that, my friends. It looks lovely, lovely. I love it, my friends. Flour. Yeah, can you see that, my friends? Looks absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Now I'm gonna add a little bit of a pinch of salt. You don't want to add too much salt, isn't it? So I'll put my salt away. Then I'll get my milk from the fridge. So I'll be adding about 3 tablespoons of milk. That's enough. Yeah, I'm gonna stop the timer. That's ready now. So I'll put the rest of the flour straight into the bowl, so you can see that, my friends. Now I'm gonna add my nutmeg. That's about 1 tablespoon vanilla flavor. Then I'm gonna add my sugar now. I need about 3 tablespoons of sugar. That's enough. So I'll put that away. I don't need that. I'll put that away. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that. I'll put that away. Now I'm gonna add my olive oil. Now I'm gonna keep stirring now. So I'll set it aside. I just need to add a little bit of flour, because the milk was a little bit too much, so just need to be careful when we're doing our bread. Now I'm gonna knead with flour on the work surface. So I'm gonna transfer my dough on the work surface. So I'm gonna keep kneading that. So I'll keep kneading that. So I'm gonna wash my hands now. I need a clean bowl to transfer my dough. I'm gonna transfer my dough into a clean bowl. That's what I'm gonna do now. So I'm gonna oil my bowl. So I'll keep kneading now. So I always knead front and back. Like I always like to move it. Move it that way. As I did yesterday, like you try to get a soft and non-sticky dough. So I'm gonna put the last flour now because like the water was a little bit too much, so we need to be careful. I should have used my scale anyway. I didn't use my scale to weigh the water. I have to use the one from the calibrator or whatever. And it was a little bit too much. But yesterday we used the scale and it came out absolutely nice. So now, that's all right now. So I'll keep kneading my, because when you add too much flour, you're gonna ruin it. You don't want to add too much flour. So, and this is a live stream. I don't want to make any mistake. Like, we make mistakes, not good, isn't it? So I'll keep kneading. I think it's nice and soft now. Yeah. Actually, nice and soft. I don't need that. I'll put that away. Put that away. I don't need that anymore. So I'll keep kneading my my dough. It looks absolutely nice now. I'll keep kneading that. Then I'll oil my bowl. Yeah, I'm gonna oil that. Keep kneading. So I can knead with olive oil if I want to. I just pop some olive oil on the work surface. Here. And keep beating this dough. We want it nice and soft. It's nice and soft, but I'm gonna add a little bit of flour to make it nice, more nice and soft, and more nice, a little bit firm, but nice and soft. So it's very nice and soft now, because you want your dough to be nice and soft and not sticky. So you need to beat it on the table. Some people, they use stick, like some bakers in the industry, they could use stick to do it, but I love using the table to beat it. So when I beat it, I'm activating the yeast and the dough will be rising. You know, it keeps doubling in size. So when I do that, I keep rolling, you know. And make sure your dough is not sticky, you know. Make sure it's not sticky on your hand. So yeah. Just make sure it's not sticky. Yeah. It keeps rising every time. Can you see my friends? Now, almost ready. My hand is not sticky now, so it's safe for me to keep kneading. So I'll keep kneading. Just take it around and around and around. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So I'm doing this for about 10 minutes now. So this is about 10 minutes I've done that. So I'm gonna oil my work surface again and transfer this wonderful dough into my wonderful, bowl. Yeah, that looks absolutely nice. So you can see the dough is soft and not sticky. Yeah, soft and not sticky. Now I'm gonna make a nice ball. Look at how smooth it is, my friends. Nice and soft, nice and smooth and not sticky. So I'm gonna pop that into my oil bowl. So I'll leave that to rest to double in size, So I'm gonna cover that with a cling film and I'll quickly clean my work surface. I always stay clean. So I always clean my work surface while I'm cooking. I need my flour, so I'll still keep this one. I'll set it aside. I don't need this anymore, I'll put it away. Quickly clean my table. My work surface, I want it very clean. So I always clean whenever I finish using the table. Now I'm gonna wash my hands. So my friends, I'm gonna cover with cling film. So now I'll cover with cling film and place this in a one place, like in a cupboard or oven not oven. So I'll be using my oven as my cupboard. So I'm gonna take out my so I'll pop that in. So my friends, now I'm gonna put on my timer and set this for about I want it to prove for like 30 minutes. So I'm gonna put on my timer. I'll set it as 30 minutes. So start. So my dough is gonna prove in the next 30 minutes. So I got 29 minutes more. So that's gonna be a wonderful cheese dough. I'll be using that. When it's ready, I'll bring it out and start to make my cheese shape, cheese bread roll shape, and allow it to prove again. Then I'll show you how to put the cheese. And at this point, if we don't know how to do it, we're gonna ruin it. Like, you want the cheese to stick on the dough. So there's a way we do it in culinary field. You know, we know how to do it, so we need to be careful when we're doing it. If we don't know how to do it, then we're gonna ruin it. So now I'm gonna give you a recap while my dough is rising. I'm gonna give you a recap of how I started, you know, and how I went. I came, I reached this particular point where the dough is in the in the one place, trying to, like, rise and double in size. So it's a gradual process. When you baking is a gradual process. You need expertise as a baker. Baking is something, you need to be passionate. You need to have passion when you want to bake something. If you don't have any passion, it's baking is one of the difficult sections in the culinary. You need expertise, and you need to be patient when you're doing this. Same thing, but it's quite different. Like, it's different from the other, like the hot ladder, the cold ladder, and all that. Some are Greek chefs. You could be a Greek chef, you could be a pastry chef, you could be just working in the cold ladder and all that, doing the plating. So, but baking is is a skillful part of culinary. It's not really easy when you want to be a baker. Like, into cake decoration and all that. You know what I mean? Like, you making big cakes, wedding cakes, trying to decorate them and all that, or you making lovely chocolates and all that. Making some nice decoration on pastries. You need expertise. So now, if you check out my pastry sections, my playlist, you see I made different pastries. I made bread. I made chocolate tart. You know what I mean. When you're making a tart, you need the tart tin, and you make the tart, and you need expertise, because if you don't know how to do it, and you put your your stuff in there, your pastry right in there, it's not gonna, it's gonna, like, go up, like, inflate or something, and it's not gonna be level. So there's a way we do it, and we get the nice tart, tart for our tart, so our chocolate tart. And now I said today I'm making the cheesy bread roll, and this is Christmas time, so tomorrow I'll be making kozonak. My Romanian friends, all over the world and all that, they celebrate Christmas with kozonak and Easter with kozonak. So it's gonna be a nice bread. So I'll be doing that tomorrow, same time tomorrow, 12:30 a.m. UK time. So I think in Romania it should be around 2:30 then, and the rest of the world, in the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, wherever you're watching me, it's UK time, 12:30 a.m. in the morning. So now I'll be giving a recap of how I got to this point, because it's like a food vlog. It's cooking class, live cooking videos, live cooking classes, and a live cooking channel. So I'll be saying Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my friends, who is watching me all over the world. You know, And I love to cook, so it's my passion. So now I've made so many live streams, so I cook every day. And today is my 15th live stream. So and this live stream is gonna be a special one, you know. And on Christmas Eve, I'll be making a very nice roast. You know, everyone loves roast, so I'll be making roast. You know, the roast potatoes, parsnip, carrot. You know, and the turkey or chicken roast or whatever. So Sunday, like a Sunday roast. Everyone loves to celebrate Christmas with roast. So it's a special day. So I'm gonna show you my way how I do my roast. My lovely roast, because I'm very good at grilling as well and roasting. So I'll be in the near future. I'll be doing you know more videos on making stocks, sauces. The basic you know techniques you need in culinary. So I'll be teaching all that, and I'm happy for those who tuned in to watch this great channel. You know and I'm very happy. So I'll be giving a recap, but before that, let's get a break of 2 minutes. So I'll be right back, my friends. Thank you very much. I'll be right back in 2 minutes. I'll tell you what I did and how I got to this point, and I'll be working on that wonderful dough. So I will check the progress, what's going on with my lovely dough, and I'll proceed to the next stage. It's stage by stage. When you're making bread, we need to be patient with making bread. Bread making needs expertise and patience. There's no rush in bread making, because if one rushes it, it's gonna ruin it. Now, we need to be very careful, especially when adding too much water into the flour and all that. Like you see, when I made my sanding bread, the water was moderate and the dough came out very perfectly fine. And when you watch my milk bread, same thing, ciabatta and all that. But you see today, I want to show my viewers that when you make a mistake in making bread, you could ruin it, but you can make an amendment. But I'm just showing you. But what I did, I already add enough nutmeg. But I wanted to show you the mistake. The mistake there is when you weigh your water, you need to make sure you put them in bits. Don't be in a rush. Don't add too much. So what I did, I purposely did that to have lots of water. I'm still gonna add milk. So when I showed you, I kept adding more flour, and but I already made an amendment because I know I'm making cheese bread, and the cheese gonna still make it gonna be sweet, and I don't want too much sugar in it. I already add lots of nutmeg. So be careful when you're adding your water. It's better for you to put it in bits than adding too much of it, because when you add too much of your water, you start looking for more flour. So I just showed you, I added a little bit of extra water just to show you, cooking is all about experiment, just to show you that when there's lots of water, your flour may not be enough, and you start adding more flour. So I just showed you, my friends, I probably made a mistake, and I showed you that the mistake could be adjusted, but you could ruin the taste of your food. But before I did that, I already added extra nutmeg and more flavoring and more sugar to and a little bit of yeast. You saw me, I added 1 tablespoon extra 1.3. That's about 1.3 tablespoon of yeast or something. So I just try to show you that when you're making a mistake, you can make an amendment, but just stay away from the mistake, and so that everything gonna come out perfect. So when you add too much water in your flour, you start needing more flour, and you could ruin the ingredient. So I made the adjustment and all that, and I eventually came out with my nice, soft and non-sticky dough. Your dough should be soft and non-sticky, my friends. If the dough is sticky when you're making your milk bread, your white bread, your chocolate bread, or whatever type of bread you're making, my friends, we're gonna ruin it. Our dough is meant to be soft and non-sticky. Please, my friends, soft and non-sticky ball of dough we need when we're making bread. When we're making bread like milk bread, chocolate bread, white bread, honey bread. But when we're making ciabatta, focaccia or whatever kind of bread is a different technique. So you can watch my videos. I got videos on my live stream playlist. You're gonna see all types of bread I've made, and you can check other playlists like the bread playlist. You see all the types of bread I made. I made different kind of bread. I have expertise in bread making. It's part of my expertise, bread making. I love making bread. I'm making bread since I was 10 years. I love baking bread. So I love making cakes as well. Pastry is my favorite. I love pastry. You know what I mean? But I do everything, yeah. I also love grilling. I really love. So these are my favorite, you know, course in culinary. And I'm gonna say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year again. We have 4 more days to Christmas. So I wish everyone a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year. Coming from Coco Chef Francis, live on YouTube. Coco Chef Francis is wishing you all Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So tomorrow I'll be making a Romanian bread. It's like a cake bread, and in Romania, they celebrate it, during the Christmas and in the Easter period. It's called cozonac. It's a wonderful bread. It looks absolutely wonderful. If you see this bread, you're gonna ask for more when you eat it. It's a lovely bread. So I love to make cuisines from all over the world. If you check my videos, I've made cuisines from Indian, from the Asian, from Europe, Africa, America. I make cuisines from all over the world. So, and that's why you see I have many viewers from all over the world. So when I check my YouTube studio and I see people watching me from Singapore, from the Philippines, from India, from Canada, from the US, from Australia, from Japan, from South Korea, from France, from Denmark, Italy, Greece, Nigeria, Ghana, so rest of the world, they watch me, and I was like, this is absolutely, it's, sensational and very nice. It's impressive to me when I see that. So I'm happy with that. They are watching me all over the world, So, but I got more viewers from the UK. Wherever you live, when you're a YouTuber, wherever you live, you're gonna have more viewers from where you live. Then you got viewers from other part of the world. So I got more viewers from the UK, and I got more viewers from my home country, from Nigeria. And I got viewers from Romania. I got viewers from the rest of the world, Canada, US. Yeah, I think the United States is number 3 in the list of my viewers. The UK, Nigeria, the US, Romania, Philippines, Singapore, Canada, Japan, South Korea, Ghana, name them. So this is really impressive, and it encourages me to keep making videos because they're watching me all over the world. This is absolutely nice and absolutely, encouraging. So now we got just 15 minutes more because my friends, this is a food vlog. So if I'm making bread, I cannot just leave my viewers and go away for an hour while my bread is proving. Hey, I need to entertain them. You know what I mean? Like, while the bread is proving, I need to say something. It's a live stream. You cannot hide anything. If I was making an editing video, maybe a video I'm going to upload later, of course I could just fast forward or something. But I cannot fast forward. This is actually live and my viewers are watching me. You know what I mean? I need to make something, something interesting and something real and not something fake. So I could have a break of 5 minutes. That's all right, or 2 minutes, but I need to say something to entertain them. Because when my bread is in the oven, I cannot leave my viewers. I need to say something, and that's why I call it a food vlog. So if you check out my title, you'll see this is called a food vlog, because while my bread is in the oven, I entertain my viewers. And this is what a live cooking class and live cooking video, you know. So I said this is called food vlog because I need to entertain my viewers when my bread is in the oven, or when my dough is rising, or whenever, I'm not doing anything, I'm not cooking. When you cooking takes time. You're making bread, and it takes you longer hours to make bread. You know, why would I be making a live stream video? I'm cooking, I'm making bread, and I finish kneading my dough, and I pop my dough in the oven or in the one place and walk away for 30 minutes or 1 hour, and my viewers are watching the table or something. It doesn't really make sense, isn't it? But if they've seen me saying something, it's like a food vlog. You know what I mean? Like, vlog, people make vlog, like travel vlog or whatever, or someone could sit in the lounge, I'll be entertaining his his viewers. That's a food vlog talking about a cosmetic or something. But I'm talking about food and not cosmetics or whatever, or travel or whatever. So this is a food section. So I also say something about food, and that's why I said it's a food vlog. So if you check my title, you're gonna see food vlog, and you're gonna see live stream cooking classes. It's a live stream cooking class. I'm teaching my viewers how to cook as well, and it's a live stream cooking video. And it's a live stream cooking channel, of course. This is a live stream. I've been doing so many live stream. I have many uploads as well, but I'm making live stream because my viewers want live stream and they really like it, and they stay put to this channel and they're watching it. It's lovely, isn't it? Because I'm showing them from start to finish. I'm not fast forwarding anything. I'm not skipping, and I'm not sending them to a website or to a blog to go get the recipes. No, my friends, everything is right here on this channel, and the recipes and everything you get in there. I keep repeating it. If you watch all my live stream, you check my live stream page, you'll see what I'm talking about. I keep repeating the recipes. I say it even 15 times before I end my live stream. So of course, if someone just move in, like join the live stream and leave later, anytime he or she joins or leave, they still gonna understand me. So that's why you see I'm making it more explanatory and easier for my viewers to understand how I do my and of course I'm been getting more likes and more comment. Many of my viewers have been telling me, wow, I love your live stream and you're doing great. And they really, they told me that they've learned so many things. They learned how to make bread for my live stream, and I was, wow, just my live stream. I said, when did I start my live stream? And they already know how to make bread. So, why, I'm absolutely happy with that. They text me, they email me, and they tell me all that, and I'm very happy. You see what I mean? This is a wonderful channel. It's a great channel. Please share my videos, like my videos, let people know that there's a great channel right here on YouTube. I'm not yet popular on YouTube, but I'm making progress, and you see my channel is making progress, and people are getting to know me. Very soon I might get to 1 million viewers and all that, and I pray I'm gonna get there. My friends, keep sharing my videos, keep leaving your comment and liking my videos. I'm very happy with that. I'm impressed when people watch me and when they leave a nice comment. When you leave a nice comment, that's a thumbs up. But when somebody leaves that one, it's not really good, because actually I'm cooking. When you subscribe to a cooking video, you know what I mean? It's something beneficial. It's not just an ordinary station. A cooking channel is a wonderful channel, isn't it? When we hear people learn expertise, they learn, and everyone must eat. Food is necessary. It is for our life. We need to stay alive. We need to stay alive. We need to eat. So of course there are variety of food, different kind of food all over the world, and I'm cooking several varieties of food from all over the world. So my friends, I'm happy, for my viewers watching me and leaving nice comments about my channel. I'm very happy with that. So now, uh, we have just 10 minutes more. So I'll be giving just 2 minutes break, and I'll be right back in 2 minutes to continue with this wonderful video I'm making today on cheesy bread. My friends have been telling me they cannot wait to see me make this cheesy bread because they love cheese bread. When they go out there to the store and like, I want to get cheese bread. You know what I mean? Like, cheese bread is lovely. Cheesy bread. You can use your parmesan. You can use your grated cheddar cheese or whatever cheese you want to. But today I'll be using what, my grated cheddar cheese. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, my wonderful friends. Thank you very much. My name remains Francis, and Merry Christmas again, and Happy New Year in advance. I'll be right back in 2 minutes, my friends. Thank you very much. Stay put, do not go away. Thank you. So my friends, I'm back now. So I'm gonna check what's going on in the oven and check my wonderful cheese bread dough. So now I'll see what's going on. I think I have just 8 minutes. So it's already there. So it's written already. So now, I said you could leave your dough to rise for at least, okay, let's use the time. We need 8 minutes for it. So I want to explain something. Let's just leave it there. We have 7 minutes more. In 7 minutes I'll work on this, but I'm just going to show you something that you see is doubled already. So let's leave it there. You see, my friends, we could actually make our bread in 2 hours. You could make bread in 2 hours, you could make bread in 3 hours. It's up to you, my friends. But this is a live stream, that's why I'm making bread within 2 to 3 hours. But if I was not in the live stream, if I was just in my house, I could make the bread, because the longer it takes, the better the bread is, the more soft it is. But of course, I'm making a super soft bread roll. So today's bread is cheesy bread roll. So I'll be making a super soft, the softest ever cheesy bread roll. This is going to be lovely for Christmas, for breakfast. Now I'm going to explain how I started making my cheesy bread roll from start to finish. We're almost getting there, but we still have 6 minutes more for the dough to be ready. Now I'm gonna explain what I did earlier on, how I started this wonderful project. Cooking is like a project, you know what I mean? from start to finish. I'm a chef and a project manager. I have my master's degree in project management right here in the UK. And I have my chef as well, chef certificate. So now I'm gonna explain what I did from start to finish. Number one, I mentioned my ingredients. I use the basic standard recipe, and the basic standard recipe I use are: 1, flour 500 grams, dry yeast 1 tablespoon, or you could use your fresh yeast if you want to. The fresh one is alright. 1 tablespoon of ground nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavor, a pinch of salt. You could use a pinch of sea salt or a pinch of table salt. It's up to you, my friends. 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 400 milliliters of warm water. But of course, we need to be careful when you're adding milk. Of course, we're adding milk, about 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk. So you need to reduce your warm water to about 300 to 350. From 300 to 400 milliliters of warm water, that's alright, my friends. Don't rush to put everything. You don't want to ruin it. Now, method of how I made my wonderful cheesy bread dough. Number one, I weighed my flour, I set it aside. I added my weighed warm water straight into a clean bowl, and I did what? I added 1 tablespoon of yeast right into that warm water, and I kept stirring with a wooden spoon. You could use a spatula if you want to. You could use a wooden spoon or a spatula, that's alright. So I kept stirring that, and there were bubbles right into that yeast because I want the yeast to ferment, so there was still bubbles right in there. So I showed you, my viewers, the bubbles, and what next did I do? I added about 200 grams of flour. You could use your plain flour or you could use your strong white bread flour. That's alright, my friends. So I kept mixing that, and I got a very nice dough. I beg your pardon, a very nice mixture. And I allowed that to stand. It was smooth and nice, and I allowed that to stand for about 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, it already doubled. It was fermented. It has been proved. So that's called the proving stage. The first stage, the proving stage, or fermentation stage. I did that. And for the second stage, I added the remaining flour, the ground nutmeg, the vanilla flavor, olive oil, salt, sugar, milk, and I mixed everything together. And I got a non-sticky ball of dough, and I kneaded it on the work surface until it was non-sticky. So I showed you, my viewers, how I normally do it. When you're kneading your bread dough, there's a technique. I always like to move it away, and I beat it on the table, because when I beat it, I'm activating the yeast, and I'm making the yeast to grow more, to prove more, to work more. But if I don't do that, it's not going to be quick in growing. So that's why you could do everything in less time when you beat the yeast. You could use a stick or whatever to do it. Like in a bakery, they could use a stick or something. So, but I do my own on the table and I beat it. And I want it nice and soft, nice and smooth. And Eventually, I got a nice and soft and smooth ball of dough, and I oiled my bowl in a fresh new bowl. I oiled it. You can use your old bowl, it doesn't really matter. Then I transferred the dough right into the oil bowl. I cover with a cling film, and I pop it straight into the oven and allow to proof for 30 minutes. You could do yours for at least 30 minutes, could be 45 minutes, could be 1 hour. It doesn't really matter. So now I'll be working on my dough, the second proving, because I got only 1 second more for my dough to be ready. My timer is going to beep now. I hear that beeping, so I'm going to take out my dough from the oven and work on my bread rolls now. So I'll start making the shape, and be ready, to finish up this live stream. Thank you very much. Now, I'm gonna stop that. I'll set that aside. Then I'm gonna get my my bread now, my dough. So my friends, that's my dough. It's ready. You can see it's very big. So I'm gonna move the cling film so you can see what's going on. Really massive, isn't it? And it smells very nice. So I'll set that aside now, and you can see the dough is already white. It looks white and nice. You see it's moving. So I'm gonna pop that on my work surface. Look at that, my friends. It's absolutely soft, nice and soft and non-sticky. Can you see that, my friends? Nice and soft and non-sticky. So I'm gonna knead that again. I'm gonna keep kneading that again. Knead that. The same way we did the other time. I'll keep kneading again. Yeah. So now, my friends, I got a nice smooth ball of dough. So I'll keep doing that for another 2 minutes. Yeah, for another 2 minutes, my friends. Now, I have a soft ball of dough. Now I'm gonna pop that on the table. So put that away. I don't need that anymore. I have my pastry knife. So I'm gonna cut them into equal parts. That should be enough for one bread roll. You could do that on chopping board, it's up to you. So now, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm making 10 10 bread rolls, 10 of those. That should be enough, my friends. So I got 10, my friends. Now, I'm gonna form ball shape with them. I need a round shape, like a ball. I just use my palms and do it that way. It's nice and soft. That's it, my friends. Yeah, that way, that's all right. Nice and soft. Nice and soft. Can you see, my friends? Nice and soft. Nice and soft. Now, my friends, I'm gonna get a tray lined with parchment paper. So I'll be using that one. So I'm gonna grab my parchment paper, my friends. So I have parchment paper right here. So I'm gonna pop that one there. I'll put that away, I don't need that anymore. So now I got that one. Then I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of flour. A little bit of flour on my parchment paper. Now I'm gonna pop that on the table. I'll pop that on the tray. Can you see that, my friends? So now that's my but we could just like you know, make it smooth underneath. You double check to see if it's smooth. They are all right. So I'll put them close to one another. So So they are close to one another now. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna, you can see I have 10 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. I have 10 here. So now I'm gonna wash my hand now. Now I'm gonna get my pastry brush. My pastry brush. Now I'm gonna pop water into my bowl, or let me say my jug, water with jug. I'm gonna dip my pastry brush right there. And now I'm gonna grab my cheese. So I need my grated cheddar cheese. So I always use cheese, maybe like grated ones. You can grate it yourself. I love Parmesan. You can use Parmesan or grated cheddar cheese. So what I'm gonna do now, because I want my cheese to stick on my dough, so I'm gonna dip the pastry brush on the inside water, and just like, you know, you put it on top. So now I got water on my dough, sprinkled on my dough. Can you see that, my friends? Now I'm gonna grate it. I'm gonna put grated cheese on them. So what I've done, my friends, grated cheese. I'm using cheddar cheese. You know, when you put water, the water sticks on the wonderful dough. It's gonna be cheesy, isn't it? Lovely cheese. So now I'm gonna show you. Look at the cheese on it. So I'll still put more cheese on it again. So now I can top with more cheese. Absolutely lovely. So my friends, you can see that it's very cheesy. Look at that, my friends. Lots of cheese in there. I'm just gonna take the cheese from the ones on the bottom. And pop it on top. Yeah, the ones on the side, I'm trying to take it and put it on top. So now I'm gonna pop this in the oven, not on. I want it to prove again, to double in size for at least 15-20 minutes. Then after that, I'm gonna bake my wonderful cheese bread. You can see full of cheese. So I'm gonna explain what I did again. I'm putting it in the oven, not on, like in the cupboard, in the one place. So I'm gonna pop that back. So my friends, I don't need this anymore. My olive oil, I'm gonna put that away. And I don't need this anymore. I'll put that away. So I'm gonna clean my work surface. Yeah, my friends. So now the cheesy bread is almost ready. So I already shaped it into round shapes. You know, I made them into rolls. You know, it could be called rolls of buns. So I made them into rolls of buns. Now I top it with cheese, with grated cheddar cheese. So what did I do before I top it with grated cheddar cheese? What I did, when my dough was out from the one place, I made it into round shape. You know, and when I made it into round shape, I glazed it with water. I dipped a pastry brush into water and I glazed the top of the bread roll with water. And after I grated cheese on it, I sprinkled grated cheddar cheese on it. I took my grater and I grated my cheese right on them. You know, I brought them together. And when I brought them together, I have to put the cheese on them. So now, you know, that's the second stage of proving. So the third stage of proving, I need to put in the oven, not on. You put yours in the cupboard, it's up to you. But in the oven, not on. I put it straight there and allowed it, you know, to keep proving. So now I just put it there. So it's going to be ready in the next 15 to 20 minutes. And I'm going to bake it straight into the oven. And our bread will be ready. Our cheesy bread will be ready. So now I'm going to give it 10 minutes because it's almost ready. It doesn't take time. You know, it's not like the big bread, the bread loaf. This one is the baby one. So I'll give it 10 minutes. So let me give it 9 minutes because it's already there for 1 minute. So I'll give it 9 minutes. And in 9 minutes, I'm gonna bake my bread. And my bread should be ready in less than 20 minutes. So today's vlog is gonna be 2 hours vlog. So we're not gonna take time. Like yesterday it was 3 hours, but today's gonna be 2 hours. So it's gonna be a short one. So we don't want to waste time. Because it's simple bread. It's, you know, bread roll. It's not, you know what I mean. So thank my friends for watching this wonderful station and, you know, great channel. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year once more. So while we're waiting, I will explain the method again. My friends, you already know the recipes. So I'll explain the method again, how I went to this stage. Then we'll proceed to the next stage, which is the baking stage. So right now we are on the third stage, which is the proving stage. So the first stage is the baking stage. Now on the third stage, what are we going to be doing? The third stage, we will prove our dough while it's being topped with cheese, and we already doing that. We are proving it already. It's already topped with cheese, so we are doing that now. What did I do? I said when the dough was out the second time from the oven, not on, that's my cupboard, I got a lovely, nice and soft dough. I brought it out, I removed it from the cupboard, and I pop it on the table. And what next did I do? I took my pastry knife and I cut the dough into 10 equal parts. And what next did I do? I cut into 10 equal parts and I made a round shape, you know, and I placed them on a tray lined with baking paper. I put them close to each other and I sprinkled, I glazed the top with water with my pastry brush. I glazed with water and I top with grated cheddar cheese. You know, I top with grated cheddar cheese and allow it to stand in the oven. You know, I pop it in the oven, not on. So now, I'm gonna see what's going on. I got 5 minutes, so it should be almost ready. So what I'm gonna do, when I bring it out from the oven, I'm gonna preheat you know, I'll bring it out from the oven and preheat the oven and put the cheese bread roll straight into the oven. So now I'm gonna check what's going on and preheat my oven to 180 degrees Celsius. You could use 180, 190, or 200 degrees Celsius. It's up to you, my friends. So I'll be using 190 degrees Celsius. So I'm gonna preheat my oven. I want my oven nice and warm, and I'm gonna take my raisin, my double bread roll, topped with lovely grated cheddar cheese. I'll place it right into the oven, my preheated oven, and bake it for about 15 to 20 minutes. And when it's out, my friends, I'm gonna show you, my friends, that is very lovely and nice, looking nice, and absolutely gorgeous. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. So I'm gonna check my lovely dough now and see what's going on. And I'll be creating my oven to 190 degrees Celsius for about 5 minutes. So my lovely cheese bread roll is risen. So I'm gonna preheat my oven now. My lovely oven. Gonna preheat it. Yeah, so I'll put it at the fan mark. So in the next 3 minutes, I'll be putting it straight in the oven. I'll be right back, my friends. Thank you. Just a second. So my friends, we're almost ready. I'll be putting this in the oven now in the next 1 minute. my friends, you see it's beeping now, so I'll stop that. Now I'm gonna pop this straight into the oven. You can see, my friends, is nice and full of cheese, grated cheddar cheese, and look at that, my friends. Looks lovely, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna pop that in the oven now and bake for 15 to 20 minutes. So my friends, our lovely bread is in the oven and is almost ready. So it looks absolutely gorgeous and absolutely nice. So now, my friends, I'll be telling you what I did again before we bring our lovely bread out from the oven. So we have only 20 minutes, or about 20 minutes to finish our live stream, to end our live stream. So, I'm gonna wish my friends again a happy new year and a wonderful Merry Christmas. So Merry Christmas and a happy new year in advance. My name is Francis and this is Cook with Chef Francis, live on YouTube, making it real on YouTube. So now I'm gonna make a recap from start to finish what I did before I plate or serve this gorgeous and sensational bread roll. So I'll be right back to explain what I'm gonna be what I did from start to finish. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Thank you very much. So I'll be right back in 1 minute. Thank you. So my friends, I said I'm back now. So and our bread roll, the cheesy bread roll, is in the oven, and it's gonna be ready in the next 15 minutes. So when it's ready, I'll bring it out from the oven and show you, my friends, how it looks like and how cute it is, and how when you go out there to the store to get your bread roll, the cheesy bread roll, you know what I mean. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So now I'll be giving you the recap, the final recap of how I made it. And after this recap, no more recap. This is gonna be the last recap. I'll be telling you what I did. If you have your pen and your jotter, you can write down now, because I've ended this live stream in 17 minutes. It's gonna be a 2 hours live stream, so I got like 20 minutes more to end this live stream, and I'm waiting for my bread to be ready. It's right there in the oven. So how did I make this cheesy bread? How did I start it? And how did I make it? What are the ingredients and method? The recipes, the ingredients are: number one, plain white flour or strong white bread flour, 500 grams. 1 tablespoon of dry yeast or fresh yeast. 1 tablespoon of ground nutmeg. You could use half tablespoon, is up to you. Half tablespoon to 1 tablespoon, that's alright. 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavor, a pinch of salt. You could use sea salt, you could use your table salt, but I love using sea salt. 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk, and 400 milliliters of warm water. But I advise you can use 300 to 350, because your milk, the total amount of liquid you need is 400 milliliters or 400 grams or 400 mils. But because there's milk in there, the milk will be about 50 milliliters, so you could use 350 milliliters of warm water. Now, what did I do? I weighed my flour, I set it aside, and I added my water into a saucepan. I allowed it to boil away, and I made it to boil away into a warm mixture, into a warm temperature, because I don't want it to be 100 degrees Celsius. I want it warm, so I boil it away for about 30 to 33 degrees Celsius. And it was warm, and I added it into a clean bowl. And what next did I do? I added about 200 grams of my plain flour right into the yeast and water mixture. I added 1 tablespoon of yeast into the water, mix it up, and it bubbled, and it shows the yeast was active because I want to activate it. And what next did I do? I added about 200 grams of flour into the yeast and warm water mixture, and I kept stirring. And after that, my friends, I had a nice mixture. I set it aside, allowed it to double in size for at least 30 minutes. Why did I did mine for 30 minutes? But I said if I was not making a live stream, I could allow it to stay for even 10 at least, it was at least 10 minutes to prove it, isn't it? So you can leave yours for maximum 15 minutes. That's alright for the first proving. So now I got a nice mixture which I've doubled in size for 10 minutes. I actually did mine for 9 minutes, 8 to 9 minutes. So now I added the rest of the flour. The remaining flour will be about 300 grams, so I added about 200, so I kept about 100 aside. And I added it in bits, and I added nutmeg, vanilla flavor, salt, milk, and olive oil. And I kept mixing everything with sugar. I added 3 tablespoons of unrefined brown sugar. I love the unrefined brown sugar. I prefer that because it's really healthy for me. So I added that, and I mixed everything up, and I got a very nice, non-sticky ball of dough. So I kneaded that on the work surface. I kept kneading it, until it was very smooth. It was soft and non-sticky. And after kneading that, I was doing it that way, stretch and fold, and kept moving it, and I was beating it on the table because I want the yeast to be activated and to keep rising and doubling in size. I kept doing that, and I was beating as well. And after that, I got a nice round ball of dough, and I placed that into an oil bowl. I cover with cling film and allow it to double in size for at least 30 minutes. But I said you could do that for 1 hour, is up to you, but this is the live stream, so I don't want to do it too long, but it's still gonna work for me. So I did that, and when it came out, after 30 minutes, I started to make my bread rolls. So I just want to look through the window, through the glass, to see if my yeast, I beg your pardon, if my bread rolls, the cheese is melting and my bread rolls are almost ready. So my friends, I can see the cheese melting, and the bread is almost ready. So I'm gonna give it. I think the total time is now there for like 5 minutes or something. So I'm gonna give it 10 minutes. So I believe in 10 minutes everything should be ready, because we need about 15 to 20 minutes to bake our bread. But I believe our bread is gonna be ready in the next 10 minutes. Should be ready. I can see it through the glass. It's looking absolutely nice. So I'm happy what's going on. It looks absolutely nice, my friend. I was just double checking to see if it was on the right temperature. Of course, it's on the right temperature and it's on the right time. So now, my friends, in 10 minutes, I'll be bringing out this wonderful bread. So I said, the bread looks cheesy now, but how did I make it cheesy? So when I brought out the dough, I placed it on the table. It was really oily because I oiled it, which is nice. So it's gonna be non-sticky on my hand. So I took a pastry knife and I cut it into 10 equal parts. I want equal portion. I want equal portion sizes into 10 equal parts. I cut them. And what I did was to use my hands, to roll the dough. And when I rolled them, I place the dough, you know, onto a uh, a tray, onto a tray, and brought the 10 of them together, you know, and took my grated cheddar cheese, I grated on it all over because I want it non-sticky. So I grate it all over. Yeah, because I want it sticky rather. So I grate it all over. But before that, what did I do? Because I want it to stick to the dough, I dip my brush into water and I glaze it up with water. The bread rolls with water. Then I grated my cheese on it so that it's gonna stick on the cheese. I beg your pardon, on the bread rolls. So now I did that and it came out perfectly fine. There was cheese all over the top. So what I did next was to preheat my oven to 190 degrees Celsius. You could use 190, you could use 180, you could use 200, and I preheated that for about 5 minutes, and I placed my lovely cheese bread roll right into the oven. I did that, and I placed it into the oven, and I set it at I want it to bake for 15 to 20 minutes. So it's almost ready now. It's cheesy and the cheese is melting, but the cheese, of course, the cheese needs to be brown, golden brown, before you know your bread is ready. So now I'm gonna be using a stick, a skewer, a bamboo skewer. I'm gonna use it to check if my bread is ready. If it's ready and the outside is nice and golden, then I know my cheese bread is ready. I'll be right back, my friends. Thank you. I just need a skewer, so I'll grab a skewer now. So now I'm gonna check my bread, if it's ready. So I will insert this into the bread. But let me see if the cheese is already golden, because the cheese needs to be golden. If it's not golden, then it's not gonna be ready yet. Yeah, The cheese is almost golden. Let's give it some time. So I'll be right back, my friends. Thank you. 1 minute. I got 5 minutes more. So your bread should be ready in 5 minutes. It's almost ready, my friends. So my friends, the bread is almost ready. So let's see what's going on now. So I'm gonna insert a skewer. If it comes out clean, then you know it's ready. So my bread is ready now. So let's give it in 2 minutes. I'm gonna bring out my bread in 2 minutes. So it looks nice and golden. The cheese is already melting, and I can see it. It looks absolutely nice. I cannot wait to have this wonderful cheese bread. It's really cheesy and very nice. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to show you what's going on. You know, let's give it 3 minutes more. 3 minutes more, and in 5 minutes, I'm going to be ending this live stream in about 7 minutes. So the bread is almost ready. So I'm going to show you how wonderful it came out and how nice it is. It's absolutely nice, you know, bread. So let's keep our fingers crossed to see the result of our cheese bread. It's absolutely nice, absolutely gorgeous, and sensational. So it will be ready in the next 1 minute, and I'll turn on my oven and bring it removed from the oven and show you our wonderful bread. Thank you for your patience. Yeah. Let's give it 1 minute more. It's gonna be ready in a minute. Our lovely bread will be ready in just 1 minute. So now it's gonna beep now. So what I'm gonna do now, can you see it's beeping now? So our bread is ready. So actually 15 minutes is good. It's actually ready. You know, it's gonna be ready in 15 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes, but maximum 20 minutes and less. You know, from between 15 to 20 minutes, that's alright. So now I'm gonna take my my wire rack, you know, or I could just leave it in my tray. It doesn't really matter, in my baking tray. So I'll leave it there in my baking tray. I don't need to cool in the wire rack. I can cool in the wire rack if I want to, but I'll leave it in the baking tray and show you how the bread came out. So I'm gonna turn my oven off now and bring out the bread. So now I'll bring out the bread now and show you how lovely our bread is. So I don't need this anymore. My time, I'm going to put that away. So now I'm going to bring out my bread, remove my bread from the oven. So my friends, you can see how lovely the cheese bread are. Look at the cheese on it. It looks golden, isn't it? Absolutely nice. And look at how they stick together, how they came together. It's really cheesy. Look at the cheese all over it. So now I'm gonna insert my skewer into this cheesy bread. It came out clean. What next am I gonna do? I'm gonna take out one of the cheese bread and show you what I mean. You know, it's still very hot. We need to allow it to cool. So it's very hot. Can you see the steam from the bread? So look at how soft it is. It's really hot. So you need to allow it to cool before you work on it. You know, see what I mean? Nice and soft. Look at the cheese. Really soft. So my friends, this is our lovely cheese bread. See how soft the bread is, and it's white in there. Look at it. Very nice. Absolutely nice. Look at the steam from the bread. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at it. So my friends, these are lovely cheesy bread roll. So you can try yours. I just showed you it's soft, nice and soft, but it's still hot, so we need to allow it to cool. But look at that. Look at how gorgeous it is. So now I will end this live stream now. So I'm gonna try it one more time. Really nice, my friend. I love the color. If I was in a mukbang, I would have eaten everything, but I don't want to eat everything. So what do I feel from this bread? It's really cheesy. I can feel the cheddar cheese. You know, it's already melted and it's golden on the outside. So I can feel that. and I can feel my flavor, a little bit of flavor, and my nutmeg. You know, they look really nice, and I can feel it has a very nice texture and nice aroma, and looks absolutely gorgeous. So my friends, remember the recipe I said, follow my recipe, follow the method, and make this wonderful cheesy bread roll. So I'll be seeing you tomorrow for another video. So my friends, keep watching my channel, share my videos, like them, leave a comment. I'll be saying bye bye. For my Romanian friends, I'll say la revedere or la revedere. So for my friends all over the world, thank you very much for watching me today, and keep watching my videos, keep watching my channel, and I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Ciao. Bye bye. See you next time. Bye bye.